daddy issue. I want us to explore in this topic, no, babae sa babae. Kasi when I was on my late 20s, syempre, ayan, exploring dating, I realized how anxious I am when it comes to relationship. I have a huge daddy issue. This is coming from my childhood since hiwalay nga yung mga magulang ko. I didn't have, kumbaga, that father figure growing up. No one taught me how a woman should be treated, and as a woman, what are the things then that I have to look out for when I'm looking for a partner, when I'm meeting someone. I didn't have someone to look up to since looking at my parents, no, their relationship, hindi naman sila yung ideal couple on what I see how relationships or couples should be in an ideal movie. Mama did her best to stand up on her feet in order for her to raise us, but as a child, you have to have that kind of two energies sa household nyo, parang yung yin and yang, kumbaga. So growing up, I was also not comfortable with my feminine energy kasi there's no one to make me feel safe, make me feel protected, make me feel secure. And so dito nag-ugat yung anxious attachment style ko when it comes to relationship. And usually, nagsisurface to when you're already in your adult. No? You try to question all the things in your life, kumbaga. So, the reason why I wanted to talk about it kasi lalo na when I see teenagers, no, yung mga kabataan ganyan, confused. The usual script would be, ay ate, pare-pareho lang yung mga lalaki or puro ayaw na mga commitment, ganyan yung napupunta sa akin. I wanted to help young girls really realize their worth regardless of your background kasi no, kahit you are coming from a broken family or wala kang kinalakahang magulang, ganyan, you have to know your worth as a person. A few years ago, I was also in your shoes. Tipong aligaga ka, no, na maya-maya tingin ka ng cellphone mo, hala, nag-text ba siya? Hala, magugustuhan niya ba tong dress ko? Hala, sasabihin niya ba na maganda ako today? Hala, hindi niya ba ako linuloko? Gusto niya ba i-level up yung relationship namin? Kami na ba? Those are the questions in my mind. And I was never at ease. Very anxious lang ako. I need that validation. I need that safety. I need someone to choose me. But really, the main question is, am I choosing myself? Am I a safe space for myself? And so, my journey begins about healing, no? About understanding my patterns, my trauma, and all. Nung nandito na ako sa Germany, I practiced celibacy. So, I did not date anyone for a period of time. And I wanted to get to know myself. I wanted to meet myself as a person. Didate ko ba yung sarili ko if I see her on the street? If I randomly talk to her sa somewhere? Ano yung vibe ko sa kanya? Magmamatch ba kami? And so, for a year, I really take time to cultivate my own space. What if I take myself out on a date? Do I deserve to buy myself some flowers? Charot. To buy myself some flowers. How does it feel like to treat myself, to call myself beautiful, to tell myself na you are safe, you are protected? I always have this song in my head from Billie Eilish, yung as long as as long as I'm here, no one can hurt you. Ay, ganon. So for so long, I also did not use my social media, no, especially when with my Instagram. Kasi whenever I post, especially pag mga bikini photos, ganyan, I don't want to be seen. Normally, I would get comments like, ang sexy, ang hot, ganyan. And it makes me feel confident and proud kasi nag-exercise naman talaga ako. Until on this healing journey, I also wanted to be seen na I am smart too, I am funny too, and I'm more than my body. So slowly, I have seen myself in a different eyes. I notice as well how I dress up changes. I used to don't like yung mga girly stuff, mga pink, mga something very feminine kasi I wasn't safe nga in my own feminine energy, no? But when I saw myself for the first time, I saw a little girl crying and just wants to be hugged, just wanted to feel safe, just wanted to feel protected. And so I'm speaking of that little girl in you as well, no? I know na you just wanted to feel safe. I know na you just wanted to feel protected. But the reason why you cannot get out of that cycle of this daddy issue cycle, ganyan, is because you don't feel safe yourself. You don't feel stable yourself. You don't feel secure yourself. And you feel like you have to look for all those validations, no, from someone else. If you happen to read this book, Attachment Theory, maybe it's a universal way to help each other to heal, no? It's always the anxious and the avoidant attachment style yung laging nag-aatrakan. And so, si anxious style would always cling dun sa partner niya kasi takot siyang iwan. So, very aggressive way would be todo ng text, asan ka na? Linuloko mo ba ako? Umuwi ka na? However, the avoidant style, dahil avoidant nga siya, he doesn't want to, kumbaga, to show his emotions, ganyan. He feels so suffocated pag parang nagagapos siya, parang wala siya ng freedom. So, the more na mag-cling si anxious, lalayo si avoidant. So, andito na yung mga terms, no, na madalas na naririnig natin. Si narcissist, takot na mga commitment, emotionally unavailable, ganyan. When you heal that anxious part of you, no, when you become secure yourself, eventually, makita mo pa lang si avoidant style, alam mo na agad, hindi ka na agad interested. Kasi yung mga ganong games na he would play, no, na walang paramdam, ayaw sa commitment, gusto fun lang, gusto pleasure lang, wala ka na ng time sa ganon. And you won't even get into that argument na, hindi mo alam yung worth ko. Kasi in the first place, you won't allow someone to be on your own circle. I was on that cycle before, no? I always ask myself, if I love myself, if ako yung partner ko, gagawin ko ba sa kanya yung ginagawa niya sa akin? Yung tipong walang paramdam, wala ng honest communication, tapos ang dami ng dinidate, ganyan. And dati, no, I thought it was fun. Ganito ata yung dating, ganyan. I have that kind of script in my head before. But slowly, I realized, I allowed myself kasi to be on that situation. Ako pala yung denominator ng lahat. I didn't know about setting boundaries and what do I really want sa relationship. Kumbaga dati, no, naghihintay ka lang for someone to make it official, no, na ikaw yung pipiliin, ganyan. Ngayon, girl, once you have become safe, once you become stable or secure, no, in your own space, ganyan, ikaw yung namimili kung sino ba yung worthy sa time and attention mo. Wala ka na din sa face kasi ng laro-laro lang. And I'm not saying that on a desperate energy, no, na kung ayaw mo sa akin, edi wag, next, ganyan. Girl, but you have that kind of parang feminine, gentle energy na, no? Alam mo yung gaze? Tignan ka pa lang, alam mong hindi basta-basta. So, I want you to be on that place too, no? Na halimbawa, you meet someone, no? You meet someone, let's say, mayaman or mamahalin na kotse. Hindi ka madaling masilaw sa ganon kasi alam mo na kaya mong ibigay yun sa sarili mo. The question is, to that person, is he a good man? Is he worthy of you? Pag nabibigay mo na kasi, diba, yung security, yung stability sa sarili mo, hindi ka na aligaga na hanapin yun sa iba kasi alam mo sa sarili mo na meron ka nun, girl. Eventually, yung mga avoidant na yan, no, they would also lose interest sa iyo kasi hindi ka na hindi ka na yung definition nila, hindi ka na yung hinahanap, hindi ka na yung madaling mapaniwala, hindi ka na yung gullible, ganyan. They would also think of you na boring ka, no? Let them be kasi in the first place, wala ka na din ng time sa mga ganong energies and wala ka na ding pake to prove yourself na you're worthy to be loved kasi you know yourself na you deserve so much more what you can give. So, may this vlog open up to you, no? May this be a start of your healing journey or looking into your patterns of your trauma, yung may daddy issue ka or what. And may this be a safe space for you to embrace yourself fully. I really want us to have a Filipino podcast regarding these topics. Yung mga hindi komportable pag-usapan, let's go ahead and talk about it kasi it's time for us to heal. It's time for us to really grow and mag-mature. Charot! So thank you so much for being with me today. This has been Odyssey and I'll see you in the next.